Paul, Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. This is this world ending because God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue. This is Brother Anatham Yah coming with a quick lesson. Double honors to the elders and apostles who gave millstone, who rule well, teach well, raising up the tabernacle of David, seeking the elect in these last days. Big shout out to head of men of Israel, Camp Brother Kazak, whom I teach under. And shalom to the hopeful elect and a few aquaf that watch and believe. I'm just going in on a lesson, really just a quick exhortation, just off the spirit. Go wherever the spirit leads me. I was going to start at Isaiah 24 and 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they had transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant. And the only person that is in the power seat to do that is who we know, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, which is the wicked, a.k.a. and the devil that the Bible speaks of, which is the physical counterpart of the spiritual entity Satan. He's the one that has defiled this earth. He's the one that has polluted this earth with wickedness, man. He's the one that has deceived the whole world and caused the world to go backwards, man. He's the one that has caused Israel to go astray from their power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, with his new laws, his new ordinances, his new ways that he implements, which is clean contrary to the scriptures and clean contrary to the ordinance of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and he is that curse. Esau is like a cancer, you know. He is a cancer of the earth that just spreads, and wherever he goes, death and evil and evilness and wickedness follows, man. You know, all wickedness follows this man. All wickedness, you know, is put out from the hands of this man, you know. And this is why we call Esau the devil, you know. People don't understand why we call the white man the devil. We have to look at what he does, the things that he's done, his history, his track record, you know. And devil in the Hebrew meaning deceiver. He has deceived the whole earth. He's deceived people into paying taxes with his tax systems. And he's really just pocketing your money while you get crumbs. Because it doesn't make sense for you to go to work and you make $20 an hour, right? $40 hours a week is $600 and some dollars. And somebody making $23 an hour make 40 hours a week, and it's probably only $40 difference, man. Maybe $60 difference in your check, man. And then they say, well, the more you make, the higher the tax bracket. Why? Because they want to keep you at a certain level. That's deceitful, man. You know, this devil is just being greedy, you know. But that's besides the point. That's just one of the ways that he's being deceitful, man. He's taking all the history, hidden it. He stole a precious jewel. He stole the Lord's chosen. Took all the history, took their heritage, and gave it into another people, inherited their land, and it's proclaiming to be those very true chosen people that the scriptures speak of, but they don't even fit the prophecies of. You see? And the whole world thinking that the Jews are in the land of Israel and the Jews are right here in Babylon, scattered across the four corners of the earth. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You know, he's a deceiver. He's a master deceiver. And he's a curse, man. That's why all the nations do not like him. That's why everybody hates Babylon, aka America. These nations are ready to go to war. A war is imminent. And if we know that war is imminent, we know that the end is here. We know that the end is here. We know that our Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back, you know, to deal with this devil, man. To deal with this curse, you know, because he's the curse that devoured the earth. It says that they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned and few men left. You see? And like I said, this is why we call him the devil, man. You know, and the Lord told us that, hey, that they are the wicked. And the earth was given into the wicked, you know. Let me get that. First I can get Malachi. I know there's a mic on. It's Malachi. No. Which one do I want? Matter of fact, no, let me just get Job first. Job 9 and 24. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covers your faces. Salaki. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And hasn't he done that? He took the Heavenly Father's Son image and what? You know, he whited it out. Put his image in front, you know? And they tell you that in the book of Maccabees. He sought to pick the images to his likeness, man. You know? What's that? Let me see. It's first Maccabees. Hold on. It's like, yeah, 3 and 48. I don't know, I should remember that. And this is just another way that I'm showing you that this devil is deceitful, man. You know? This is first Maccabees. It says, and laid, chapter 3, verse 48 says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So it's saying they took the scriptures and basically just whitewashed it, you know? Painted the images according to their mind and what they wanted it to look like, man. You know? And that's wicked as hell, man. But like I said, the Lord gave the earth into the hands of the wicked, man. You know? And these are the characteristics and things that we see from this man that give us the indication. Give us the you know, he fits the prophecy of who the Bible describes as the devil. You know? He does this thing. You know what I'm saying? Let me get one second. Let me see. It's another reason too, man. Because not only does this devil be a master deceiver, but this devil has done the very thing which you know, the Lord which the Lord hates, man, and the Lord has a big problem with. You know, he he took his people, put them into slavery, hardcore slavery, beat them, raped them, burned them alive, all types of atrocities, man. Then he has us in this place, and we're spoiled servants, because our people cannot let go of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? And it says, let's see, Zechariah 2:8 says, "But thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye." And what? There's no other nation on this earth that's just that have done us the way Esau has done us, man. And he's that prime example of a devil, and like the scriptures say, he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So he's took the Lord's precious jewels, man. He took the apple of his eye, and he laid hands on us, man. Hardcore slavery, deceived us. He's still deceiving us, And this is something that people don't really just take to mind, to think about when we speak about Esau being the devil. Let me see. Right here. I should have got this piece up first. This is Ezekiel 25:12. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh thy power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance." Like I say, he that touches you touches the apple of the eye. And that's what he did. He took vengeance against us. He touched the apple of the Lord's eye, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He said, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore thus saith Yahweh thy power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from teeming. And they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh thy power. And the point is that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and greatly offended and revenged himself upon them, man. That's what this devil has done. This is how he's being the curse of the earth. Everything is backwards here, like I said earlier. Everything is backwards. He's flipped everything. You got women being men, trying to be men. You got men trying to be women. The kids are growing up, being over the parents. And that's a curse too. What the scriptures say, children are your oppressors. What to say, roughly paraphrasing, children rule over the parents. All this comes from the philosophies, the predictive programming, the devices that Esau Edom puts out, man. All this comes from him. He has the earth out of course. Let me get that. In Psalms 82. It says 82:4. It says, "Deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of Esau." He said, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness, Because so a lot of our people walk on in darkness, not understanding what predicament they actually are in under Esau's rulership, under this devil, living under this devil in this kingdom, because this is his kingdom. And it says all the foundations of the earth are out of course. You see, all the foundations of the earth are out of course, man. Due to what? The curse of the earth. Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is why we call him the devil, because these are the things that he do. These are the things that he causes. You know, the Lord has allowed him to rule and to do whatever for such a period of time. You know, and he's shown himself that he's been a perfect devil. But now much more here in the end, coming towards these last days, you know. Now much more in the end. Let me see. This is let me see. Let me start at Psalms 10:2. It says, "The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." And that's all Esau does, man. Like we was saying last week at camp, we can't even ride around without getting the police behind us, without Jake getting scared, you know. Or like the head of the camp was saying, you know, we have to raise our children different. You know, white kids don't have to tell their kids. White people don't have to tell their kids to go outside, when they go outside, to, you know, hey, act this way in front of law enforcement, or, you know, do this when you see law enforcement or so-called white man or whatever, because those things don't happen to them. Like it's like the scriptures say, they are not in trouble as other men, like we are. We have to raise our children up different, because they don't have to deal with the same things we do, because they're not persecuted like we are. Like I said, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not all in all his thoughts. And, you know, this is twofold, because it should go for Israelites as well. It should go for our people as well. You know, it's mainly talking about Esau. It says, his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And what does devil do when these nations do something he don't like? What do? He puff up at them, man. You know, he hit back hard. He be a devil, man. He be a big bully. Why? Because he has all power right now, man. The Lord's giving him all power right now on the left-hand side, man. You got Satan, the spiritual entity Satan, his physical counterpart, which is Esau, Edom, the devil. And, you know, he got evil angels, you know. He said he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity, you know. And that's crazy for a man to say, knowing that you're merely just a man and not a higher power, that you could just be dropped, you could just be put to death right where you stand in an instant. You know, what would fix your mouth to even say that? That's the pride and the spirit of this devil, man. That's the spirit that this devil has. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And like the head of the camp said last week, you Edomites think that nothing can't happen to y'all, man. I think that nothing can't happen to y'all, man. The scriptures are describing you Edomites to a T, man. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. You see what I'm saying? Mouth full of deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, In the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. And that's right. And you can relate that to, Esau patrolling the hoods, black neighborhoods, or even when Jake or just running in the suburbs. Jake can't even take a jog in the suburbs. Esau just, waiting to catch one, man. Shoot him down unarmed, man. These are the things that this devil does, man. He try to, like I said, his eyes are privily set against the poor, man, strategically, He says he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor, and when he draw him up in his net, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see? He has said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. You see, that's how this devil thinks, man. That his works are going unseen. And that's insane. That's insane. And that verse 8, like he says, his eyes are privily set against the poor. We also talked about what was that precept? Slakia. It's kind of it's in Zechariah, I think. Zechariah 11:5 said, who possesses slay them and hold themselves not guilty, they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. But like I said, though they are privily set against the poor, their possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, they get away. So they lurk in the lurking places and privily set their eyes on us to catch us, man, and to just do what thou wilt. And then when they slay us, they say they not guilty, man. A fucking liar, man. A fucking liar and a coward, man. And through his pride and his power, that's what this devil, that's what he does. And this is just a few reasons why, I say, this is just a few reasons to show, like, why we call Esau the devil. I could keep going. There's plenty more, like, scriptures in the scriptures for this. But I just wanted to make it short and sweet, and hopefully it was edifying. Until next time, this is Anathema.